What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. We are going to Istanbul. I'm not. Gary is. Gary's going. And the Villa team are going. We are in a Europa League Final. Holy fucking shit! Gary, how good was that last night? Oh my God!
Mate, my voice is gone.
know.
The little orange thing came with us and has been successful. My little
mate, honestly, I was so nervous before the game. In the whole build-up, everyone knows how nervous we are. If you watched our drive time, we drove on the way and we videoed it, and it was quite funny actually. There was a guy we were pulling in, so we were just turning into where we park. Oh, nice bit of humble pie there, Forest fans. That's great. Can you give me that later? That's like...
Wait.
Oh.
Here it comes again.
Nice bit of humble pie. Oh, it's great. What was I going to say? Yeah, so we were actually, for those who we were doing a lifetime drive. Live drive.
A lifetime drive.
A pre-match drive time show yesterday on the way to the game, and we're just pulling into the place where we were going to park up, and there's this guy like walking down with his earphone in, and like holding his phone. He's just like waving at us, and I was like, "Why's this guy waving at us?" We're like, "Oh, maybe he's a fan of the show. Maybe he's..." And I was like, "Yeah, but like it's a bit weird. How did he see us in the car and all that kind of thing?" And then I was walking down to the warehouse area before the game, and then he was there again. He was just like doing that little nervous wave to me like this with his. I was like, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm the guy who waved to you earlier." I was like, "Yeah, nice to meet you. Do I know you or something?" And he was like, he said, "Oh no, I was watching live as you were driving in." So that was very cool. Met Angela Flange finally. So that was very nice. And she called it. She called it.
Did.
She said Lindelof in the pivot. She said Lindelof in the pivot, and oh my God, what? Right. Let's quickly get to the game. Let's quickly get to the game, because otherwise we'll spend the entire time just talking about the final and stuff. Whereas this is, yes, it's celebrating the final, but it's also talking about that game.
Yes.
So yeah, beforehand, very nervous, and rightly so. I think I still believe it was right to be, nervous excitement kind of thing. I'm very, very worried because last three games have not been good. But my God, that performance, mate.
Well, mate, look, what I said, didn't I? I think most people said, if this team turns up, we can beat anybody. Yeah. We absolutely can, right? And that's exactly what happened yesterday, mate. From minute 1 to minute 94, they got the memo. And like, my only disappointment is the difference between Sunday and yesterday. Like, I get it, you've got one eye on a thing, but just, I mean,
if we go and beat Burnley, who gives a shit about that game?
Yeah, no.
I think this is my point. This is why I said to Ava and Sarah yesterday, I was like, well, if we go and beat Burnley now, no one cares about Fulham, Spurs, all that. Like, we're in the Europa League final, and we've got Champions League from the league.
Mate, just from the bottom of my heart, right? If any Villa players were to ever see this, I just want to say that's how you do it. That's all I ever want to see in terms of level of commitment. If you could replicate that, and I know that intensity is not possible over a 38-game period, right? But that's the level, right? That's the level of success. If you play like that against most teams, you are going to win, right? You're just going to blow them out. Because I had Forest fans come in my comments last night and go, we had 4 players missing,
honestly, I'm fed up with this 4 players missing.
Mate,
okay. It wouldn't matter.
Nonsense, mate. Look at the teams I said, this team, that team that blew you away, has done it to PSG, they've done it to Bayern Munich, they've done it to Arsenal and Man City this season. 7 of those players were in the Championship, right? So you can get fucked. This team, we're going to blow you away.
It might be different, but I still think it would have been the same end result.
I think we
would have beat them.
I think we would have beat with that intensity, mate. Because I've watched the highlights back this morning properly, and I watched them back last night, but I was in some sort of cosmic fucking state of euphoria. I couldn't sleep. I was you know, I just sat there and I rewatched the highlights, but I wasn't taking them in. But I was taking it in, and I was like, we're going to Istanbul, and then
out-of-body experience.
Like, it was like, you've got to go to Istanbul, but you can't go to Istanbul, and now I'm going to Istanbul. Like, my emotions have been, I could cry. I could literally, I'm on the verge of tears, and I can't.
Well, let's give you a moment to get your tears together, because some people, because I was telling people yesterday, and some people here might have seen me on Sky yesterday morning. So I was on Sky yesterday morning about, I think it was 11:15, 11:20, something like that, and it was to talk about this game, and it was on there with a Forest fan, and I clipped up a short version of this, and I just want us to just watch this and just enjoy. Because you'll see why Gary was holding that humble pie. Because yes, obviously the Forest fans that come into our comments, all the Forest fans have been really cocky, and the fake tickets are Istanbul, and the pre-tickets you could book through Forest, and Marinakis was selling all these tickets and all this kind of thing. But let's just enjoy this, mate, because this is quite funny.
Oh God, yeah.
Forest last week in that first leg. How are the nerves? And especially when you hear from Unai Emery, they're almost saying like, "Look, it'll still be a good season. We're not expected to win it." What do you feel when he says that?
A little bit disappointed by that. Obviously, last season when we were in the quarterfinals against PSG down in the first leg, and he just came out saying, "We're going to win at home. We're going to win." And there was this kind of like determined feeling. And even when we went 2-0 down, and then we managed to come back, it was an incredible night. It was brilliant because he was like spearheading that, and he gave everyone this confidence. Recent weeks, it's been very strange. The Fulham game, not at it. The Forest game, not at it. The Spurs game, probably the worst performance I think I've seen, maybe even in my lifetime at Villa Park.
Wow.
Let alone under Unai Emery. It was just gutless. There was nothing there at all.
I don't understand it. You had the opportunity to secure Champions League against Spurs, and yet you literally rolled over and let them tickle your tummy. Like, what is going on? What is going on?
I get it. You've got a huge semi-final coming up. You make 6 changes, but you start Morgan Rogers. Is there not an argument in hindsight? Captain Hindsight's a wonderful guy, never gets anything wrong. But to go, okay, well, we'll start the main guys, get the job done, whip them off at half-time, whip them off after 50 minutes, James.
Yeah. I think some fans were going with that. I think if you did want to rotate, the Rodgers thing just baffles us. I think he's only...
You know what, the rotation is fine. I don't know if you saw the Chelsea game on Monday, but sometimes you can rotate your squad and then you can go out and absolutely smash it.
That was your third team as well, wasn't even the B team.
I know. Turns out next man up sometimes works.
Come on, Villa Park will be an absolute cauldron. It will be a completely different atmosphere to that Spurs game.
It will. It will be a really intimidating atmosphere. All we can do as fans is give all that we can give it as much as we can, and go out there, score an early goal. That's the key. If we can get an early goal, it's then just a 70-minute game, 80-minute game. Seeing the players this season managed to get over the line without playing that well. That was the difference this season compared to last season.
Not in the last 3 games.
If we can get there, and if we can go in, well, we had a 5-game streak at the start of the season where we didn't score a goal, and then
James, that was the point. Now where it was ages, and Kate's on here who's not worried about your intimidating atmosphere. This,
you
that, and the
will
other.
hear the Forest
but
fans.
I think
I
think the
hear a word.
Kate, I've got to be honest with you. All right, Kate, I've got to be honest with you. The humble pie is not great eating, and if you get beat tonight, you're going to get a massive slice of it about 11 o'clock tonight. But Kate, I'm just
saying, have I said anything wrong? I haven't said that. Have I said anything wrong? Have I said anything that isn't factual?
No, it's the confidence.
I don't think I have either.
Controlled arrogance, would I say, Kate, is something that you're on borderline of it. So you're expecting to win tonight and go through to the final, Kate. Is that?
And she was. She predicted 2-0. I predicted 1-0. And I think the key thing there is, if you ever get the opportunity to go live on national TV for a game of that magnitude, it doesn't matter. I think even if it was Villa and we were like 2-0 up, I would not be that. I would not interrupt the other person as well. I would not do that, mate. Mate. She's not eating humble pie. It's all over her face. It's everywhere. It's every orifice possible.
It's coming out of her eyeballs. Her ears. Mate, do you know what, right? It is. I was because of your affiliation to Nottingham Forest and talking to Graham and Andy, who were probably a little bit more sensible than she was, right? So I'm not saying this is every Forest fan, right? But my word, the arrogance of some of these Forest fans this week in the build-up to this game was unbelievable, right? In terms of the comment. In fact, I might make another AI song of all the comments that I've had on that, right? Because it is a massive, like, it's half time. What, you don't celebrate at half time? No. I wasn't celebrating at half time. I think I'm going to do it. My vlog will be out later today, but I sat in the stand at half time yesterday going, okay, that's an amazing half of football, but it's half time. We've got to get it done.
Like 2-0, mate, I was like, okay. And I think I turned to Sarah, and I said to Ava and Sarah, I said, we need another one.
Yeah.
Want to kill
mate,
this.
It wasn't until that third goal went in that I started. This is it. We're going to Istanbul. Like,
talking about the game and talking about moments. We'll get onto like the goals and stuff in a sec, but I didn't really because we sit in line with like the 18-yard box, in towards the whole end, and when that ball that was played through to Chris Wood, and we were like, he's miles off, and it was very confusing because you went through, had the shot was saved. And then the lino flagged for like a second, and then went oh, play on. I was like, what do you mean play on? I was like, if it's offside, it's offside. So we were like, because the game is still going. I've watched the highlights. It looks like he was on. So mate, that save is massive.
Massive, yeah. And I think they said that in the commentary as well. Joe Cole said, "Oh, I don't know." Obviously, they never checked it, and from the angle they showed it on the TV, he looks on. But I think if you'd have gone level, maybe just. But yeah, mate, it was a really tight call, and like I say, that save from Emi is what he does best, right? One-on-one.
We need to do. I think is that the only save he made all game, other than collecting it in the air.
Yeah, that's the only thing he did, mate. But don't underestimate that. I said to you at the game, no, that is what he does. That collecting in the air is massive, mate. Not many keepers do it. This is me off, right? Because it takes away all the fucking pressure and it puts you on the front foot. And so yesterday, I thought everyone was immense. Look, I'm beaming with pride today, mate. Like, I feel so emotional about it. Like, I feel like every time I'm talking, I'm welling up. Like, because this is 44 years in the making. I don't care what any other fan base can come at us and go, oh, whatever criticism they've got. It's time to put some respect on this team, right? We've got one more game to go. Like, we have to win it, and if we win it, then. But
England-Germany final, mate. England-Germany final.
And it is. But Emery deserves the respect. Now, look, we've been critical and we've picked things apart because that's what we do. That's the point of it, right? And I've always believed in never following a team blindly. Like, I still doesn't mean I don't support them any less, but the whole point is that you want them to be continually improving, because that is football. It's all about development and getting better, right? If you want to be at the top of your game, so everything comes from a place of love, and so all the criticism that I've ever dished out, and as tried. Comes from being a passionate fan, but also from a place of, like, I want us to be better because I want us to be in the best possible place. I want us to be competing. I want us to be, consistent. Like that's the aim. That performance last night, that tempo, that energy. That's what we should be aiming for week in, week out. Like, because ultimately, I think it's a little bit on the Premier League with how many games we play without the break. Because there's an interesting stat before the Bayern PSG game at midweek that because they have breaks in between the Champions League games and they have a winter break and stuff, that actually the top players for PSG and Bayern have only played like 28 games this season. And then you look at Rodgers, who's played 100 games in a calendar year, right? But you're like, there's no wonder he can't perform to the maximum of his ability. The guy's fucked. And that's why teams like PSG domestically don't do well, because they don't always play their best players.
I mean,
but in the Europa League, in the Europa League Champions League, you get it because they're fresh, right? And they come out teams.
So mate, they even rearrange fixtures in their league to give them extra rest time.
Exactly. And that's why PSG are in a final 2 years in a row. They're like that. But I'm not saying that's an excuse for poor quality of English football, but it's got to be a factor, right? Anyway, my point is that these players yesterday, when they do things like that, it just makes me so proud, because that is what it's about. It's not about the money or the flair. That is a team that's worked together, busted a nut, every single player, Like I watched, like the first goal is fucking brilliant, right? It's a ball through and it's closing down. Emi Buendía wins the ball. Then what? Like I'll get onto Watkins in a minute because I have to, right? But the movement, the quick feet, the finish,
that little shimmy through, that was just.
Mate, I thought it was a tackle that hit him and went through when we see because we kind of blocked by the defenders. But watching it back, mate, his feet are unreal. It is unreal bit of skill. But Ollie Watkins, mate, last night,
I swear he got better when he put that bandage on his head.
Yeah.
He turned into like prime Ollie-san. He was full on karate kid mode. It was unbelievable.
Would a bit of head trauma. He's remembered how to play the game, right?
Knocks something into his head.
It's knocked something into it because, mate, I shit you not. That first goal, watch his movement, right? Watch his closing down, right? He not only does that, he helps win the ball back, and then he's the one that plays the ball to Buendía. Then he spins in, and he goes into the middle, and then as Buendía beats the player, he then steps back and he gets himself in the right position for Buendía to pick him out, and which Buendía does, by the way. He looks up, and it's a brilliant pass. It's a fucking brilliant pass.
Slow mo. It looks like he's looking forever.
Yeah.
Like, how's no one challenging him?
It was just unreal, and then maybe. Not a slice of luck. I think they've done what we did. Milinkovic, whatever his name, had a brain fart, mate, for the penalty.
That 100% penalty.
What's he doing? If I was a Forest fan, I'd be screwing. It's 1-1. The game is on, right?
Torres is never. He's not swiveling in it in that. Like,
no, he's got no need to pull him, but he blatantly pulls him, mate. It's a penalty. You can't do that in the box.
Mr. Emi Buendía once again, 5'7".
Have you ever been nervous about a penalty, mate?
I almost didn't watch it. I almost turned around to not watch it.
When he put the ball down, I thought, fuck. I thought he was going to miss, if I'm honest.
I'll tell you what, Ortega did all he could. He went the right way. He was actually very close. But just
well hit, mate. Just well hit. And, watching that go in, like, it was just euphoria. But the third goal, mate, the third goal
is a thing of absolute beauty. What a goal that was.
Okay, a quick question. What were Forest doing, right? Because, like, we talk about, and this is what I'm talking about, laziness, because if you watch...
they didn't even challenge Morgan Rogers for the header.
Well, mate, they're on the attack, right? Martinez gets the ball, right? He rolls it out to Pau Torres. Pau Torres takes, as he does, 2 or 3 touches out of his feet, right? And they are just not set. When the ball's played forward, right, it's Rogers and Watkins, 2v2. So they'd changed the official where I think Hutchinson had gone to left back. Mate, he's so far behind the play, it's unreal. And obviously Rogers touched it down, and Watkins first time pass to McGinn, and the finish is beautiful. It's just passed correct into the far corner.
I love the way John McGinn does these guys, that scores these goals.
Left foot beauty, mate, and that is the beauty of playing a left-footed player on the right side, because when you run onto that, you can hit it first time like that, right? And it was. I don't know, mate, I've never felt euphoria like it. My kidneys, my back hurts, like everyone, like me and Christian. Like
that point, it's done. It was
mate,
done.
Chris turned to me and went, "I'll see you in Istanbul." And I'm fucking hugging. I was just like,
"Oh God!" And then the fourth goal. I mean, it's carbon. I mean, it's not carbon copy in the whole thing, but John McGinn's drew again. Mate, he just goes, "I'll put it in this post instead." And he's back, mate. He's such
brilliant.
Baller.
Every player, mate, was brilliant yesterday. But McGinn,
one of the most underrated players in the whole league by
100%. Right, McGinn and Watkins yesterday for me were clearly by head and shoulders. I think everyone deserves. I gave everyone 100 because I thought the team performance was fucking superb. Right, just 100, 100. I almost gave the ref 100, but then I thought, no, he wasn't that good. He kept talking to the Forest players. We'll come back to it in a minute. Right, so he didn't get 100.
My 4 standout players were Watkins, McGinn, Buendía, and Lindelof.
Yeah,
Lindelof was everywhere, mate.
He was. You kept saying to me, where is he now? Where is he now? He's over there. Fuck, he's over there.
Yeah, because how old is he?
30 plus.
He's getting around the pitch like a mid-20-year-old. He was fast. I thought Lindelof was slower than a snail. He was fast.
Well, mate, let's be honest. At 2-0, when he made that change for Bogard, we all looked at each other and went, "Oh no, what are we doing?" Like,
but no, quickly, so it didn't matter.
But, so it's fine, right? But so Bogard was irrelevant, thankfully. But look, I just want to get back to Watkins because we all know on the channel that I've been very hypercritical of Ollie Watkins, right? And I am happy to eat humble pie because I think yesterday that was his best performance in a Villa shirt to date. I don't think I've seen him play a better game in terms of his movement, his closing down, goal, assist. Like it was complete.
There was that one bit, wasn't there? Where well, he said it. He set the tone early, didn't he? Because quite early on, he completely done Milenkovic. And Milenkovic is like, he's their rock. He's like you ain't getting past him. He's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
he just spoke to him like a kipper. But then also, it's his anticipation where there was a ball that I think was played over the top and it bounced. And Ollie was anticipating it going over Milenkovic.
Yeah.
Keeper came and swept it up. But my God, he was just a nuisance.
Well, mate, it's something for me that we haven't seen enough of. But he was closing down everything. He was like and that's the level I want to see because that's what happens. It forces people to make unforced. Forest didn't know what hit them. I know they were missing players, but we were just up for it, mate. Every player we were hunting in packs again, 2-3. So even Rodgers in the first half in the first 20 minutes or so was closing down. He went off he didn't do a great deal yesterday, but I'm not like he still got the. But even in the moments that he did, he's still carrying the ball forward. He got his assist for the goal against. Like I'm not. It's just again, this is a hypercritical points, mate, because the performance was 10 out of 10. Like fucking buzzing. We're going to Europa League final.
Did you give him 100?
No, actually, I did, right? But
he got caught out of position.
He got caught out a couple of times. Like I just thought I couldn't do the only one, not 100. But I said to you, he's in the first half he was miles out of position. He got forward a couple of times yesterday, and it's not the fact I don't mind him going forward. It's just that he walks back, and like that's for last night's game that was not acceptable. But apart from him, he still had quite a defensively solid game, particularly second half, right? But so again, that's being hypercritical. But I'm coming back to Watkins, mate, because I've got to put the flowers on him. I think I owe him, right? Because I have been so critical of him. I will just say if that's how he performs from now until the end of the season, right? Not only will he get on the plane for England, but I think he's got a great chance of scoring the winner in the final for us. And
if I'm honest, if he does that and he can maintain that, this is the thing, isn't it? Maintain. If you could get that Ollie Watkins, and you would have that even half of the games of the season, he can lead our line next season.
Yeah.
He can be that guy again in the Champions League.
Mate, that level puts you apart from what's available. Right, that's what puts you apart. Because I talk about this all the time. It's just about the desire and the work rate. Right, great teams do it. Like when I watched PSG, like the other night against Bayern, and two different games like in 2 weeks. And I know they were talking about the most elite players here, but getting the elite players to is probably the hardest thing. So when you watch these players work tirelessly in different formations, like in the first game, it was just relentless attack. In the second game, they got an early goal. So it was like, right, now we've just got to frustrate them and we've got to defend. And every player's just doing their job and fucking chasing stuff down and closing down space. Right. So it's that work rate off the ball that enables you to do the shit that we did on the ball last night. That's as simple as it is. That's the only difference, is that we wanted it more. We worked harder than Forest. And that is the result. A 4-0 fucking hammering. An absolute hammering.
We completely battered them in every department. We were winning the second balls. We were winning the 50-50s. We were winning the aerial duels. We were pressing them harder than they were. We were winning possession in the final third. It was, mate, it was outstanding. It was absolutely outstanding. And I tell you what, if we play half of that against Freiburg, we win the thing. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. But yeah, I genuinely think that, like, although Freiburg have looked good in these knockout stages, they've turned teams over. They're not to be underestimated, but I still believe that the level of that performance yesterday was so high that perform half of that against Freiburg and we win it. Oh, there he is.
Mate, sorry, my internet just dipped. Like, I don't know what happened then.
Right. Did you get anything of what I said?
No.
No, that's fine.
Froze it.
I basically said they're not to be underestimated because they have played well in the knockouts and they've scored a lot of goals, Freiburg.
Yeah.
But I reckon that performance was so good yesterday that if we play half of that, we win this thing.
Mate, look, for me now, if we can get the result against Burnley on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Rest.
Do you want the fucking
against Liverpool? Put out your under-9s, mate. Put out your under-9s.
Yeah. Do whatever the hell you like, mate. I don't can't play Harvey Elliott. Damn it. I was going to say.
No, he can play Harvey Elliott if he's not going to play because he's still got one. Like I think he's got a couple of league. He played 7 league games.
Can't play against Liverpool.
Oh shit! No, he can't. Can he? Because fucking hell. Right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. That just clicked. I'm sorry. I'm still hungover from yesterday. Not in terms of alcohol, just from euphoria. My brain's not functioning properly. And so yeah, but just rest them and you get everyone rested for that game. I don't mind a performance like against Tottenham, against Liverpool, if we already qualify for the Champions League, because that's the case. I think if we beat Burnley on Sunday, we've qualified for the Champions League and we're in the Europa final, right?
Mate, what a season! What a season! The thing, right? What's a fucking? I don't want to swear too much, but what a roller coaster of a season! What is this season?
Well, mate, that's exactly what I put in my match review for Finalysis. It's been a roller coaster of a season. But my word, it's going to be the best one.
I tell you what, if I have the time, I might get AI to help me do it. But clip up all the videos throughout the season. You'll literally be going like, is this like a highlight reel of like the last 5 years? No, that's in one season. We had a 5-game goalless streak, winless streak at the start of the season. We then went and won 11 games on the trot. Then we've gone like into this kind of mediocrity bit again. Then we've got like we've got 3 losses on the trot coming up to the key parts of the season. Then we managed to win the Europa League Semi-Final. Then we might be in the Champions League. What is this season?
I love that explanation, mate. It's like just
literally just don't know what to say. It's bizarre. It's been bizarre.
Obviously, people will have their opinions on us, mate, and say we've been cynical. But I think it's a lot of PTSD for me. 40 years of supporting the club, of not seeing and not getting over the line. When you start to achieve these things, right, and it's still not done yet. But if we win on Sunday, right, and we got Champions League qualification, if we win the Europa League, mate, I promise you, we'll do an absolute dedicated episode of just praising this because it will be the best season I've seen at Villa Park. But we've got to get over the line. There's one more game left, right? You know, and if they can't get up for it, and even McGinn said in his cut, he was interviewed after the game on TNT, and he said
that's the best performance he thinks he's seen of a Villa team.
But he's like, we don't want to be the team of need. He's like, we've got to go to Istanbul and do it now, right? That's it. And I just think it's going to be an incredible occasion, and I cannot believe I'm going to be there. I cannot believe I'm going to be there.
I can't believe you're going to. I hate you so much. For those of you who can't make it to Istanbul or don't have a friend that's corporate, then I'm hoping to try and get to the warehouse of Villa Park. I think there's like going to be pre-registration for tickets or something coming out at some point, maybe. I'm going to try and get a ticket for that. If I can't get a ticket for that, then I'll try and find something else. And then if I can't find anything else, then I'll just watch it in here and watch along.
Mate, I will be live from the game, right? I'll be doing as much content as
the numbers. I am thinking wherever I am, it might be difficult for you to do, and also you'll probably be doing your TikTok. Wherever I am, I'm going to do a live watch along on here because 1, we can't miss an opportunity for those kind of numbers, but 2, also I just feel like I need to. I think we have to. If we're going to do a watch along for one game, it has to be that game.
Yeah, it does, mate. And maybe because of battery power and stuff in the ground, I'll probably. I don't know what the reception's going to be like or anything like that, but if I can, I'll try and jump on. Do you know what I mean? Just kind of, half time or whatever, and you have a live feed from the ground. It'd be, mate, it's going to be mad. It's going to be fucking mad. It's going to be absolutely mad.
So excited. But yes, let's talk about what else is there to talk about? Is there anything else to talk about?
The biggest disappointment of the night, mate. Can I tell you the biggest disappointment? Right, but hopefully we won't have to put up with this next season because we're going to be a Champions League team again. But do you remember these? What the fuck was this?
Oh, what the fuck were those flags? So anyone that didn't go, or if you went, what the fuck are those flags? Let us know in the comments. What do you think?
Look, right. So this is a half-cut bin bag that was sellotaped sellotaped to flagpoles. It wasn't even a flag. This is literally. I know we're having work done at Villa Park, but it's like they just nicked some rubble bags, cut them in half, right? And they went, "Oh, the builders have got carrot and blue."
I mean, it looked lovely. It looked lovely, but
it looked great.
They were horrible to wave. They were like sticking and clanging and all sorts.
It was horrible. Like they
were terrible, mate.
If you think back to the flags we got in the Champions League, mate, do you know what I mean? Compared to that,
that's not even Europa League level. That's Conference League level.
Right, that's League One level. That is. I mean, it's
league level.
Look, you can see the sellotape. All the way up. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you what. Actually, it saved me and Sarah because I put mine underneath my seat because I wasn't going to take it home. It's a fucking pile of shit. So I put it under my seat, and at the very, very start of the game, I'm guessing she put her cup too far forward. The woman behind us who had an open cup of Coke, obviously the seat must have just knocked it over. So it literally flowed, and it flowed all the way down, and it would have basically been all over mine and Sarah's feet.
Yeah.
But my flag bin bag, basically created a barrier which stopped the Coke from coming to the seat. I still managed to get my sleeve in it, so my sleeve on my jacket was all covered in Coke. But I was like, the flag bag saved it. The flag bag.
I mean, look, the football side I can't knock it, but we've also got to talk about this bag policy business. I don't know if anyone's noticed it, but there was a woman in front of us when we were going into the ground yesterday who had a backpack, and they've changed it that you can't take a backpack in a certain size. Now, it's a problem. Now, she was apparently going to Manchester straight after the game, so she bought a backpack of clothes, and they wouldn't let her take it in. And this is like, because she was in front of us, mate. Didn't you see? She was kicking off, and she was going, "Look, they've got lockers by the warehouse that you can put deposit bags in, right? But they wouldn't let her take it in. And there's obviously at that point there was only half an hour till kick-off by the time we went in after.
Thousands of lockers?
Oh well, I don't know, mate. I don't know where it is. I haven't seen it, but the irony is they tried to get me to do that last time because I took my rucksack because I had my gimbal in it and stuff. And I just took everything out and wrapped it up, and then they let me in, right, with the backpack, and I was like, okay, so now I'll just put it all back in the back. Like it's just weird. So don't take a backpack basically because it causes chaos. And what I just think is poor. There's still on the commercial side, the club have got to get better, man. Like it's growing, but it's just it wasn't even communicated to people. So people are turning up with backpacks, and there's no social media message, there's no website message. It was poor. And then I think about disabled fans that go in wheelchairs that have backpacks that carry equipment and stuff. Are you making them dock it or is it different? But either way, they've got to just think. Sometimes,
I mean, there's even like basic stuff. I mean, yes, I understand that. Usually you do it once, but it kind of ruined the last 10 minutes of the game.
The announcements don't go on the pitch.
Not going on the pitch. It's like, yeah, cool, okay, announce it once, and then like keep putting up on the screen if you want, but you don't need to
keep announcing it. Yeah,
2 or 3 minutes. Keep it up. Just like it's just ruining the game. Like I just want to enjoy the game. It's
Minor criticisms, mate, but still things to work on, right? Because everything can't be perfect, right? Yeah. But from a footballing perspective, my word, I think that is the greatest night I've ever witnessed at Villa Park, mate. I do. I think it was better than the PSG game. The atmosphere. Look, we said from the start, we knew we were going to bring it, right? And that comment from your friend Kate down there, who was like, "You're just going to hear the Forest fans that."
Be clear, taking the piss with her. She's not actually my friend. I don't even know her.
Yeah. But we all know James is a secret Forest fan, and that's his best mate, right?
Well, this. We didn't actually. It's a shame, actually. I wish Graham had pointed this out on the episode that we did at the preview for the Forest game. But just before, so behind me, so you can see that Villa scarf here, right?
Yeah.
And Graham was like, "Oh, I noticed on your last video, I think it's the Spurs reaction. It seems like you're conflicted here." I was like, "What are you on about?" And he's like, "You look like you got some Forest memorabilia or some Forest stuff going on behind you." I was like, "What's?" And there's this little red thing here.
Yeah, about Blake Graham.
I was like, "What have you planted? What have you?" He does it all the time, mate. there'll be, if you've got like a whiteboard, there'll just be like a little penis or something like that. And he ended up.
That's such a man behind my Forest.
His bloody membership card as a Forest member. Has got his name on the back, and I was like, "You absolute joker."
Yeah, well played, Graham. Well played, mate.
That was quite funny, but he should have definitely done it on the pod rather than before the pod, because that would have been very funny. But anyway, yeah, eat humble pie. All these Forest fans. I mean, I still, I think the main thing.
Wait, Sarah, can you send me that humble pie picture? Yeah. Because I want you to put it up before we go, as a kind of.
There's always, there's always banter. There's always a lot of stuff in games, but I just think just a little bit. It goes a bit too. If you go a little bit too cocky, arrogant on that side, it's just a little bit.
You can't do it, mate. They haven't suffered the PTSD we have, because as Charlie Austin said on your Sky appearance, mate, that if we're looking at modern times, Villa are by far the biggest club, right, out of the two, and I think Forest are so euphoric about being where they are, right, and kind of being back in the Premier League. They had a great season last season.
The one they've been on and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why we were so nervous, right? Like,
yeah.
We were so nervous
I can understand that they're you feel confident, but you can never be arrogant, mate. Arrogance is the death of you, right? It's the if you assume you make an ass out of you and me, mate, it's kind of you are. I would never do it, like, just from the PTSD that we suffer.
We've only been doing it for almost 18 months, but I've been in the social media game long enough to know that you don't go on national TV or even on this really and say stupid things like that, because you are just asking for trouble. You
don't do it till afterwards. And now, right, I've sent you a picture, mate. Now we can start talking about you eating humble pie, and now we can start talking about you smash. Now,
what's the video you sent me as well? What's that?
Oh, so that's.
Oh, God, your internet, mate. It gets sorted.
The goals going in yesterday.
Yeah. It was the what? Sorry, you cut out, mate. What did you say?
Oh, sorry. It was one of the women who was on TalkSport last week, Forest fan, going, "We will go to Istanbul."
Right.
Forest lost.
And then it cuts to the goals going in. So this is courtesy, this picture, if you show the picture first, of my ever-loving, wonderful, beautiful wife. Go and follow her on TikTok, SOTV. She got sick of those comments coming in on my TikTok feed, so she's called herself SOTV, which is Sarah on the Vino when she's having a fruit-based drink. Or, as James came up with yesterday, Sarah on the Vimto when it's a soft drink. So that's, if you see that, it's not an insult. It's
Sarah on the Valium when you tell me you're going to Istanbul.
And Sarah.
Oh, mate, you're
on the Valium when I told her I'm going to Istanbul this morning and we've got to change our height. It's hashtag awkward, but it's so worth it. And this is made by her. And look at that humble pie.
That's very good, mate. It's done something weird to your face, though.
Yeah, it's made me look a little bit.
It's AI, right? A little bit odd. I'm not gonna lie. And then
actually, mate, I just look odd. That's just who I am, right? Don't be so horrible. Get enough off the people that I don't know. Like, they don't need your personal insult. No.
Right. One last thing.
Amazing! We're all going to Istanbul!
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, we're allowed to be a little bit cocky after the fact. But, I'm sure, like I think a lot of Forest fans have said, and I've heard it on TalkSport and everything, that, they said they'll be cheering us on in the final. I think I think there is a soft spot between the two clubs.
Oh, mate, as I said to you before, and if they had beaten us, I would definitely want them to lift the trophy, 100%. But 4-0. On your big day out, 4-0. On your big day out, 4-0. On your big day out, 4. I can't go much louder because my voice is gone.
You could have just ended it singing that.
Yeah.
But then, Gary, sing us out, mate.
Look, that was unbelievable. I am so emotional today. I cannot believe I'm going to Istanbul. Like, the flights are literally booked. Like, it's we're going. It's mad, right? But last night at Villa Park, for everybody that was there and for everybody that was watching them, I think the players felt that we did our part yesterday. Right, we've got one more game to go. It's not over, but we can do it. I think if we play like that, we are lifting this trophy. That was unbelievable. Burnley on Sunday. We'll see you. Mate, we've got to do.
I forgot this Premier League.
Fuck, we've got to do a preview for that. Lee said he would do it as well. Fuck. Anyway, so we'll talk in a sec. Anyway, Burnley Sunday, win that, qualify for the Champions League. What a week it's going to be. We'll see you on the next pod. And as always, every week we follow the boys in Claret and Blue. I'm sorry.
See ya.
Peace.